It's your favorite airport custodian. Y'all, when I come to work, I try to mind the business that pays me. I swear I do. That's it. That's all. I try to mind the business that pays me. So I'm in the restroom, wiping the mirror down, spraying the countertops down, disinfecting them, doing what I need to do before the next flight comes in. A young lady who works for one of the restaurants comes in, uses the restroom, and then she stops to chat with me for a little while. So we're just talking about, nothing that really mattered. We're talking about school and I asked how our kids were doing in school, and she said they were doing great. And then she said it's a slow day today. I said, yes, thank God. I said I'm happy for it. So she said, I don't know what I'm gonna cook my kids for dinner tonight. And I said, well, I think I'm gonna make me some tuna salad, something light. I said, when I get home. And she said, yeah, that does sound good. And she said, but I might make some smothered chicken. And I said, oh, that sounds real good. She said, it's rice, cornbread. She said, I might make the kids some brownies. I said, yeah, that'll be nice. So we're still discussing food. So then we go on to talk about Thanksgiving. So yeah, Thanksgiving will be around the corner before we know it. And I say, yeah, the joys of the hustle and bustle in the grocery store trying to get what you need, last minute things. So we laugh and giggle about that and talk about how we miss our grandmothers who would get in that kitchen and cook those meals, or we would stand in the kitchen and help them chop up some onions, bell pepper, celery, something that they had us doing, or either your mother would. So, um, a passenger comes from out of the restroom, a white lady. She walks up to the sink, wash her hands. Now we're still talking about food, and I said, yeah. I said, or either I might fry me some chicken wings. I said, that'd be good. She said, what you gonna season it with? I said, well, I like to use nature seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of slap your mama sometimes, a little razzle dazzle. So the white lady says, well, why do y'all put all that seasoning in y'all food? I said, for the same reason some of you like to put mayonnaise in everything. So now we just standing there staring at each other. Mind your business.